All you need is love. What's up, guys? Dave here with you, working 8 days a week lately. Hey, listen, so we've been in a store for about, a little bit over 2 years. And I'm not trying to act like that's a long, long time. But in the short time, we see a lot of Beatles stuff come in. A lot of stuff come in. And I've seen some stuff I've never seen before. That's true. But then I see a lot of repeats that, people think it's more rare than what it might be because we see it a lot, and we're just one store in East Tennessee, right? So anyway, I said that to say this. I don't get super excited. Like, I'm always excited to get Beatles stuff in because if you price it right, it's going to sell. It's good music. It's historical. It's pop culture. I know they're not American, but it's as big of a piece of America as you're going to get. The British invasion, the whole thing. It's really cool to get Beatles stuff in the store. Like, I welcome it. I'm excited about it. And, if we price it right, which I think we do most of the time, it moves pretty quick because most of the stuff that we've had in the store has moved pretty quickly. We don't hang on to it a long time, except that one original debut album that we have that has passed all of the fraud tests. And I got a pretty penny on that one, but it's still there. But that's okay. That's okay. It's cool to have that in the store, right? Because all my years of collecting, I don't think I'd ever seen one till I come across that one. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. I got this Beatles stuff in, and it kind of excited me because there's nothing in here big dollar, but it's just different, and it's really interesting and exciting. So I thought, let's do a video. This wasn't even like on the schedule of videos that I was going to do, but I thought, let's do a video about this one and show some of this stuff off, right? Because it's just so cool. So here we go. Let's take a look. All right. First of all, we got some VHSs in. All right, so here we go. We got the Beatles, the first U.S. visit on VHS tape. The Beatles Live, Ready, Steady, Go puts this out. Dave Clark Productions out of London. Dave Clark, of course, with the Dave Clark 5, who, by the way, outsold the Beatles for a short time. I think it was in 1966. They were selling more copies per day than the Beatles were there for a little while. You have to check me on my date, but I do know that that's a true statement. But roll over Beethoven's on here. I Want to Be Your Man, Long Tall Sally. They're doing the American stuff that influenced them and brought them back to America, and then they go into their stuff. Love Me Do, Please Please Me, I Want to Hold Your Hand, that kind of thing. Anyway, I've never seen this one before, so I was super excited to get this one. It's in black and white. It's only 20 minutes long, and does it have a date on it? It does. This one is 1985, so like the golden era of VHS. It doesn't want to go back in there nicely now, so I won't fight with it. I'll get it in a second. John Lennon, live in New York City. At one point in time, somebody sold this for $30, $29.95. Super cool. No UPC code on this one, which is really kind of interesting. There's no UPC on this one. Mono compatible, 55 minutes long. Yeah, this one, never seen this one before. John Lennon and the Plastic Ono Band with Yoko Ono, Eric Clapton, Klaus Vorman, Alan White, live rock and roll revival, Toronto, Bo Diddley, Chuck Berry, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Little Richard. I mean, I just said history, right? There's some history for you. All them guys. Bo Diddley does Bo Diddley, Chuck Berry does Johnny Be Good, Little Richard does Lucille, and Jerry Lee does Hound Dog, it looks like. And then they do You Make Me Dizzy, Miss Lizzie. They do a Blue Suede Shoes. Anyway, excited to have this one in the store. And, not big money. This is probably going to be a $10, $12 tape, but it's cool, right? All right, what else we got here? McCartney's. Yeah, look at this. Give my regards to Broad Street, and it's really neat because whoever had this once upon a time in their store, they said, give my regards to Broad, and then you can't see the whole thing, but there's a W there, so they were going to put Broadway. That's kind of neat. Anyway, Ringo Starr's in here, Barbara Bach, which was Ringo's girlfriend at the time, Paul and Linda McCartney. Cool stuff. In cellophane, Yellow Submarine, VHS tape. Super cool. In cellophane, Magical Mystery Tour. Super cool. Not in cellophane, but very clean copy. Help. Again, these aren't big money. These are $5 to $10 all the way across the board. But they're exciting because you don't see them every day. I mean, Beatles, Hard Day's Night. You're watching, imagine this. You're watching Hard Day's Night on an analog TV, on a VHS. I mean, when you get done, you got to go play the mono version, right? That's just the day that needs to happen. Someone needs that. It's raining today. This needs to happen today. Unfortunately, though, these won't be in the store for a week or two because I got to clean them up, price them out, and make sure that everything's good on them. The Beatles, Alone and Together, that one's cool. And then this one, like we have bits and pieces of this one in the store right now, but not the whole thing. Look at that, the original anthology on VHS with the box. The box has got a little tear in it over here. okay? But it's all there. It's all there. We got like 2 or 3 of the tapes in there because they always got, moved around and lost from the rest of them, and people had their favorites that didn't get put back with the rest of them, and so they find their way to us. But the whole set, very exciting, very super exciting. So yeah, this will be in the store here real soon. And then this one, maybe the coolest one of all, Yellow Submarine in a yellow clamshell, the cartoon. So cool. All right, so that's the movie stuff. Oh, but it's not. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. I got to show you this. This is so cool. If I can get this thing to open. Oh, I'm not going to get it to open. Anyway, Laserdisc. Paul McCartney Laserdisc. Paul McCartney and Wings Rock Show. How cool is this? What songs are on this? Jet. Maybe I'm Amazed. Live and Let Die. Bluebird. Listen to What the Man Said. Silly Love Songs. Band on the Run. Laserdisc. Selectavision. So cool. Then there's another one. Check this out. Beatles. A Hard Day's Night. Laserdisc. So cool. Black and white. Black and white. We have a Laserdisc player in the store. We don't have it hooked up because they're so hard to come by. And that one is like in immaculate condition. So we don't hook it up and use it as like a demo or anything because hopefully it's going to find its right owner at some point. But I think I'm going to have to start looking for another one that's maybe a little bit beat up, but plays well, so we can play these in the store. That would be so cool to play those. All right, there is some vinyl in that collection as well. So let me just show you a little bit of the vinyl that found its way to us. I'm not going to show it all to you, but I'll show you some of the highlights. So we got a Beatles White Album, original. Or no, this is not the original. This is, which one am I looking at here? Okay, this is the one that's made in Japan. You see that right there? So this is Japanese. So the poster's in there. It's all in Japanese. The 4 pictures are in there. This one is going for like $1,000 online, but our cover is not mint. Actually, our cover is a little jacked up. But the vinyl's really clean, so we'll clean it, play it, price it, and get it in the store. But a Japanese version of the Beatles White Album from like 1977, 78 when I looked this one up. Not a repressing. Super cool. Super cool. And then there was another White Album that found its way to us. The Beatles, okay? And this is the one that was reissued in, I believe it was 85. It's on white vinyl. Very rare. Like there's only 4 or 5 copies of this available on Discogs when I looked this one up for pricing today. This one is unfortunately missing the Ringo Starr picture. The other 3 are in there and they got holes in them where they had been tacked to somebody's wall once upon a time. But the poster's in there and 3 out of the 4 pictures are in there. And look, I got the 4 pictures because I came across the pictures a while ago, but I didn't have the album. And I got the pictures hanging on the wall, framed at the store. So maybe we can work a deal if you so see fit to do such a thing. But anyway, this will be in the store here in a minute. So super, super cool. What else we got here? I'm losing my notes on this one. Okay, so that Japan was 1976. I'm sorry, I found my note card. 1976 on the Japan reissue, and then 1978 on the white. I said 85. No, white album. The white album was 1978, and yeah, it goes online from $20 on the low end, which I think it only had 1 record, to $953 if it was in mint condition. Super cool. And then we got a cool copy of Revolver as well. Nothing super special about this one other than it is stereo and it's original pressing. So anyway, guys, like I said, just wanted to do a quick video today and show you some of this cool Beatles stuff that came in, because we get a lot of it in. It comes in, we price it, we try to be fair. It goes out, it turns over pretty quick. We see a lot of repeats, so I've never really done a Beatles video before, but those laser discs, the Japanese White Album, the White Album, and then these VHS tapes. I don't know. I just thought they were super interesting. But then again, as a collector, I like the stuff that is a little bit on the odd side, off the wall, outside the box. Maybe not the biggest dollar, but just not the stuff that you see everywhere all the time. And maybe these are. Maybe this will be top of mind now, and I'll see these 1,000 times in the next couple of months because, you know, you buy a black car, and everybody has a black car, right? So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But I just wanted to show you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. Soundtracks Records. Tell a friend. Tell 2 friends. Tell 3 friends. Come see us soon. And give us a like and a follow here on the video page as well. We'll see you guys soon. Hold on. Time out. I hope you didn't go anywhere. I hope you're still watching. there's a couple records that I forgot to show you. I had them set in a separate place. And when I went to get this video back into this box, I realized why it wouldn't go through. There's a registration card. So you could register your VHS. So this one here, I won't give all the information, but a guy named Colby, and I'll tell you how I know that in a minute, Hagerstown, Maryland. He never mailed it in, but he registered. He filled the whole thing out. Look, I'm gonna hide the address. He filled the whole thing out. Okay, so he's a male. His age group is 18 to 24, and he circled 24, so I'm assuming he was 24. Do you own Beta, VHS, or other? That's when the Beta VHS thing was going on. He had a VHS. He didn't put his brand name down, though. Did you purchase or receive it as a gift? He said purchased it. And then, do you watch MTV? Yes or no? He checks no. 24 years old. He wasn't digging the MTV. And remember, this thing had a production date or a release date on it of 1985. That was like the glory days of MTV. I think they were even playing like Beatles movies then. And the Monkees, right? Anyway, very cool. I'm putting this back in here. So if you buy this, you'll get the registration card. It's historic. It goes with it. And then I told you there's a couple records that I forgot to mention. So let's show you these. So we got a Help soundtrack. Now this one is interesting because it's actually an air. Instead of the song being I Cry Instead or I'll Cry Instead, it's listed as I Cry Instead. So that is an air. Doesn't make it big money. It's, you know, 15, 20 bucks, 25 bucks maybe, depending on how it cleans up once we wash it. But still super cool, right? So we have a Beatles Air record. Then we have a Beatles Butcher record, but this is not a Butcher record. It's got the press, the stamp there, and there is no sticker on this one. So it's just a reissue. Oh well, no big deal. I've never, ever, in all my years of collecting, buying, selling, trading, store, I've never had an actual Butcher record copy in my hands. I've seen them, never had one in my hands. All right, then we got this one. This is Sgt. Pepper's Parlophone, and those are highly sought after, right? People love these Parlophone records. You can see it right there, upside down, but you get the gist, yes, because I don't want to overhandle it. It hasn't been cleaned yet, so Parlophone, very cool. And then this one here is interesting because the new improved sound is on the cover, not up in the corner. It does not say file under Beatles. That makes it a 1965 Pickneyville release. I did my homework on that one. And another thing that tells us it's a 65 Pickneyville is it says the artist's name on there. It does not say the Beatles. It says John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr. It does not actually say the Beatles. Actually, when you look at this, Rubber Soul is on here. The only place it really says the Beatles is right there. So, makes it a little bit more rare. Still not big money. When I looked this one up, it was going anywhere from $4 to $60. Ours is not mint or sealed. So, you know, we'll probably be somewhere 20, 25 bucks on this one. Clean copy, but super interesting. So, and this one is stereo because it's the ST. So, anyway, that's the edit. As I was putting that VHS away and it wouldn't go in, I saw the card. I thought, oh, I got to share that because that's super cool. And then as I went to pick my phone back up to record, I saw them 4 records sitting there. I'm like, oh, man, I forgot those records. So there we go. That's the full video. Thanks for watching. Give us a like, give us a follow, and always watch the videos to the end. You never know what's going to happen, right? We'll see you soon.